If you don't think these images are creepy, well, I do not know what to say. Here's a video I found of someone else that did a review of a concert that he did elsewhere. Let me know what you think.
Next thing I wanted to talk about was actually Chris Brown. I was on Instagram and I saw some interesting imagery coming from Chris Brown. I saw this clip of him performing, and you know, I've done a dark truth on Chris Brown in the past, but the amount of open imagery coming from this performance alone, it starts with this. He's, you know, this is one of the clips of it. He's in front of the pyramid. It's bright light behind them, and we have like the whole AI theme thing going on. Like, he's definitely, you know, you can see exactly what he's aiming for with this. But then in another clip, which is going to play in a second, we see this right here. And this is even more interesting because it shows Chris Brown doing all these dance moves, and then he transforms and we see him like this demon thing, and then you see the eye pop out of the hand, showing exactly what they represent. You understand? This is exactly what these people are into, and they show it to us time and time again. Now, they show this, and then they show AI. They show this woman, this AI woman, and even the way that they bring Chris Brown into this performance, it's crazy. And then I kept searching and I found something else on Chris Brown, which was even more interesting. It's a video interview of Chris Brown talking, and he claims that he's an alien.
You think you ever been abducted? You think you ever seen anything that look different? Why do you leave?
Because I'm an alien. Because I'm an alien.
Explain.
I can't explain. I'm an alien.
Well, you know what? I'm an alien too.
For sure.
There it is.
I made a whole video on Chris Brown, and you know, as you're gonna see, there's so much imagery all over when it comes from Chris Brown. And you know, Chris Brown's been in the industry since a child. He's actually even said before that, you know, he's battling with the devil and all this. So Chris definitely has some issues going on in the industry from what I'm seeing. And I'm constantly seeing this from him. I'm consistently seeing this on a regular basis. So the reason I wanted to talk about Chris Brown is because recently these performances have been going on so often. They're ramping up. The imagery before, you wouldn't rarely see this much imagery in a regular performance. But these performances, it's like they're spending the amount of money to make them so elaborate, to show off all this imagery all of a sudden. And I don't understand where all of this imagery came from when it comes from an artist like Chris Brown, because what does any of this has any relevancy to the music that he's singing? He's singing a bunch of love songs, so why does he have pyramids and all-seeing eyes and all this stuff in the background? That's one thing that I want to ask a lot of people who are supporters of these artists, who just blindly support everything they do. They never really have an explanation on why are they showing all this type of imagery? Why are they doing all this? And why do they sing about, you know, their problems with the devil and all this stuff? This is what they're doing. You understand? This is what Chris Brown is purposely putting out there for the world to see. Why else would Chris Brown put all this imagery behind there if he wouldn't want people to think he's a part of these people?
So there you have it. We live in a world where people don't see anything wrong with these kind of things anymore, you know, because they can't see in the spiritual realm. But I pray that God open your eyes so you can see and know that we're living in a very evil, evil time.